In contrast to the fans, Anne Hathaway continues to support her view of the Devil Wears Prada's true antagonist, Adrian Grenier and Anne Hathaway in The Devil Wears Prada. No other well-liked celebrity compares to Anne Hathaway. Fans have liked this A-lister since her breakthrough performance in Disney's The Princess Diaries from 2001 for both her superb acting skills and her down-to-earth demeanor. What happens in Devil Wears Prada? Andrea Sachs, a junior personal assistant to Runway magazine editor-in-chief Miranda Priestley, is portrayed by Anne Hathaway in the movie. She initially doesn't blend in well with the snarky fashionistas who work for the magazine. Andrea adjusts to her new position gradually with the aid of art director Nigel Stanley Tucci. She starts to dress more elegantly and perform her duties skillfully. Andrea is informed by Nigel that he's relocating to Paris on Miranda's advice and will subsequently be in command of his own life. Andrea gives in to Christian's charms and witnesses her employer, who is worried about the impact a potential divorce will have on her twin girls, let down her guard for the first time. Then, Miranda says that Jacqueline Follet, not Nigel, will depart Runway for Holt. At the following stop, Andrea exits the limo, choosing to walk outside rather than join Miranda inside the performance. She throws her phone into a nearby fountain rather than taking her boss's next call. She finally obtains a job offer as a newspaper reporter by the end of the movie. In the final image, Andrea and Miranda are seen exchanging stares as Miranda drives away across the street. Anne Hathaway in Devil Wears Prada. Anne Hathaway has portrayed a variety of parts throughout her career, some of which are particularly well liked by the viewers. The Devil Wears Prada's Andrea, or Andy Sachs, is unquestionably one of these roles. It's understandable why this comedy drama movie was such a big hit, given the presence of top actors like Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep. The actors and viewers alike continue to adore the classic movie The Devil Wears Prada. Anne Hathaway recently recreated one of her most recognizable looks from the movie. Additionally, the actress has spoken out about one of the most well-known fan theories surrounding this 2006 film. Anne Hathaway started her career with a lesser-known role. Contrary to popular belief, Anne Hathaway didn't have her debut role as Crown Princess Amelia Mignonette Thermopolis Rinaldi in The Princess Diaries from 2001. Although Hathaway's breakthrough performance came in this classic Disney film, it wasn't actually her first. She had been hired for the Get Real television series, which aired between 1999 and 2000, just 2 years prior. The Princess Diaries 2 and Ella Enchanted, both released in 2004, were two family films in which the actress would go on to appear after the first film's success. With dramas like Havoc and Brokeback Mountain, she would later leap to adult parts in 2005. She went on to co-star with Meryl Streep in the comedy drama The Devil Wears Prada the following year. She also received an Oscar nomination for her role as a sober woman in Rachel Getting Married in 2008. Anne went on to appear in several financially successful films in the years that followed, including 2008's Getting Smart, 2009's Bride Wars, 2010's Valentine's Day, and Disney's Alice in Wonderland in the same year. She also played Selena Kyle in The Dark Knight Rises in 2012. She portrayed Fantine in the movie version of the musical Les Miserables that same year. She received the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her most recent performance. Since then, she's made countless film and television appearances. IMDb lists 58 acting credits in Hathaway's filmography as of now. The Devil Wears Prada was a huge box office success. The Devil Wears Prada is a comedy drama that was directed by David Frankel and produced by Wendy Feinerman. It's based on Lauren Weisberger's 2003 novel of the same name. Meryl Streep plays the most influential fashion magazine editor in the business, Miranda Priestley, in the film, while Anne Hathaway plays Andy Sachs, a new college grad who's hired as Priestley's co-assistant. The movie made more than $27 million in its first week of release in the United States alone, and $326,706,115 overall, according to Box Office Mojo. Not only was The Devil Wears Prada a box office hit, it was also Anne Hathaway's most successful film at that particular stage in her career. The National Board of Review named the movie one of the top 10 films of the year, and the performers and the audience continue to adore it to this day. In addition to standing the test of time, The Devil Wears Prada has established itself in contemporary popular culture. Anne Hathaway has some strong opinions about how popular The Devil Wears Prada fan theory. As time passed, viewers began pointing out that Adrienne Grenier's portrayal of Andy's boyfriend Nate, rather than cutthroat fashion editor Miranda Priestley, is the true antagonist of The Devil Wears Prada. The fundamental justification for this line of thinking was that Nate was self-centered and forced her to leave a profession that she liked because he didn't want to support Andy's career. It turns out that not just fans have this belief. Andy had matured, but Nate hadn't. She was getting more out of life than she had ever needed. He was a weak, wounded boy, and he couldn't support her in the way that she needed. However, Anne Hathaway holds a different viewpoint. The actress admitted she disagrees with this well-liked fan hypothesis in a recent Watch What Happens live episode, saying that she believes they were both learning as they went along. She continued to say that he did act like a brat, but in her 20s, she did as well, and she hopes that she's grown out of that phase. She continued by saying that she didn't think Nate should either be made into a villain for the things he did in his 20s.